Well, there you go. See, we enjoyed your tape, Fred, right from start to finish, and um, really appreciate your efforts, especially hearing Annie Beaner, Nee Harriet, and yourself, of course, and Molly, and like to hear you sing, and I better fix this little tape here before it runs off, and it sure is wonderful hearing from back there. Seems to lend something that a letter just doesn't quite have. Um, I was telling Fritz tonight here as we were playing your tape that hang the money, the heck with the money. Maybe we shouldn't have extended for another year. Maybe we should have gone home uh, next June rather than the June after next. It seems so long in the future here that just incomprehensible how long away it is. But I know you'll keep yourself busy and all the rest of the people in 1001 South Adams Avenue, and do that. Time will go by, and well, we'll be home before you know it. But right now, right now, sitting here and thinking of the June after next, boy, it seems a long time in the future. Kids were a little fresh tonight. I thought they were a little tired and frisky and fighting away there. It's close to bedtime. We should have done this the first tape, the one accompanying this, earlier in the evening or something. I know they can do better, and they will do better the next time, for sure. They better. I'll use the big right hand on them again. No, really, they like all kids, they get a little tired at night and sort of silly, and don't we all? Here's Fritz.
John's in kindergarten now and seems to be doing pretty well. He's learning a lot. At least he's learning how to color and cut things out, and he sings a new song every day. And we're invited to open house at his classroom Thursday night. I went out there to the first one they had for the mothers one afternoon, and he's learning how to write his name and learning the alphabet. And they have little units that they go through. They just finished the Halloween one, and they had one about the family. Now they're starting on Thanksgiving and the Indian one. He took a big paper bag to school one day and came home with an Indian jacket and a hat that he made out of it with feathers sticking out. And they color things and decorate their room. He has a lot of fun. He goes on the bus in the morning, comes back at noon. Paul said, tell Bob about the Manila beer. We've been drinking San Miguel, locally known as San Magoo. It's pretty good. Paul said the local stuff in Manila is horrible. It's as green as it can be, but the export is real good. And he had some Australian beer down there that he raved about, said it was the closest thing to German beer he'd had. What was the name of that Australian beer?
Just Swan.
Swan's Lager?
Yeah.
Swan's Lager. And he said it was really good. But this San Miguel is pretty good. How much is it a case?
$3.
$3 a case. And one of the local supermarkets here on the open market, not the PX, the food and everything is very expensive. And I went in one the other day, and gosh, their canned goods and everything are twice as much as ours. And they had Olympia beer there by the case, and the 12-ounce cans. A case of them was what was it, $12.50, $10.50 for a case, and no, that was a 14-ounce, and the 12-ounce was $7.50. And boy, if we had to put that much out for a case of beer, we wouldn't be drinking much beer over here. Man alive! I saw the sign Olympia beer. I thought, oh boy, we won't be drinking that. We can't get that here in the PX. They have Budweiser and Schlitz and Lucky Lager. Gee, you should see the signs in Japan and down here on the billboards and everything advertising Lucky Lager and local California beers that they sell in the PXs and clubs. Looks like home when you drive up and down.
Not too many signs.
Oh, there are a lot in Japan, Lucky Lager signs.
Canadian Club.
Budweiser and Falstaff and I don't know what all the beers we get here, but no Olympia. Let's see. Here.
I was just thinking here, as Fritz coughs away in the background here, I was just thinking here of a little item that went on, I don't know, about 50 feet before on this tape. One thing Fritz was complaining about was Herr Doctor did not tell her that he was very, very pleased because she lost 17 pounds. It seems that somehow or another I sort of find her delectable, especially for every pound that leaves, and tell her so. And but this just doesn't cut any ice. This don't get through. Somehow or another, this is not appreciated. She has to have an MD tell her some guy really. Maybe he's more intimate with you or something. You think more of him. I don't know. But at any rate, from this man, this person, she expects these compliments like, darling, 17 pounds. Tremendous. Here she's reaching.
I do not. It's just that the fact that they always complain when you gain weight, but they never say a word when you lose weight.
Complain.
I know, but the doctors do too.
I complain.
Anyway, as far as the doctors here are concerned, you can have every last one of them. Oh, I guess they have a couple of good ones down here, but I didn't get one. But the hospital's real nice. I got a picture of one on the hospital here on the postcard. I'll send it. And a couple of pictures of Okinawa. They're not many. They don't have many postcards here of Okinawa because there are not many scenic things to take pictures of. Got pictures of the snakes and downtown Naha, which is highly colored and looks much better than it is. But there really isn't much to see on this rock. It's not a very big island. What else do we tell them about Okinawa?
About Okinawa?
Yeah.
About Okinawa. I don't know, it seems that there were a couple of people here who had a picture of, boy, you cough every time I pick this thing up. You know that? You really do. At any rate, some I guess Air Force people had a picture of Alcatraz, you know, and they took this negative, or they took a picture of the picture and made a negative and blew it up about wall size and hung it up in their office, and underneath it they put the caption, "The Other Rock." And I guess when they had their first inspection, the commandant said, "Look, let's take that thing down," of which they did. But this is not Alcatraz. Believe me, it's wonderful for the children. It's hell for the parents, but especially where we are. No, it isn't even. Yeah, you're right, Fritz. It really isn't that bad for the parents, especially when the kids are pretty well off. And let's face it, the parents, as far as they're concerned, that's 50% of the battle, and like that. We're not paying rent. We're saving money. All we're paying for is a darn telephone, and we get money to buy beer, and we have steak so much that I'm getting tired of it. Let's have spaghetti tomorrow, huh? So you know what I mean. It's pretty good. We just hate to go back to those prices back there, but we'll hit it. And like I said a little bit ago, golly whiz, we're sort of homesick, and I guess especially so tonight. After we heard that tape of yours. Here, you better talk now, huh?
Father's had a few beers. Yeah, we'd like to go back, but we're really saving money over here. And if we want to buy a house, which is big enough, boy, I don't know how we're going to fit into Westmoreland Road when we go home.
Big enough to get Nanny Beaner out, you know?
Big enough to get Nanny Beaner out, Paul says. They have a room of her own. Right. But We just won't have enough room with 5 kids in it. You can see us in that kitchen, Mom. Remember, 4 of us around the kitchen table? Now there's going to be 7 of us. I don't know what we're going to have to eat in shifts or something. 8. Oh, 8 including you. I'll have to eat in shifts. And that living room isn't going to hold very many people. That house isn't really worth it to add on to it. It's not that good a house to start with to put a lot of money into, so I'm going to try and see if we can get a house out by Bromley's of the same type if Mr. Bobby's still building them. Only we'd like a Rambler. But we need more bedrooms and bigger living room, bigger living space. This house isn't big, but it's got a lot of storage room and enough bedrooms and living space. Of course, it isn't like the mansion in Japan, but that house at home is just a little bit too small. I just hope we can sell it and get our money out of it. Has Bill found a house yet? Gosh, I hope he can get out of that apartment pretty soon. That must be sort of hard. He must have a big apartment, too, for all of them. We'd like to hear him on the tape again. We missed him this time. All the kids.
Yeah, get that salesman on the landline here and let him talk to us. I'd sure like to hear him and sort of miss him. I don't know why, but I do. I get a boot out of him almost as much as I do Fred's comments in the background. Haven't heard Bill on any of these tapes, as far as I can remember. We have too? Christmas. Geez, Christmas is a year ago. Well, I don't expect, and my memory won't go back that far, but it'd be nice to hear from him again, too. Bob, you come through like an old trooper. All about your trip up there. Yeah, well, I don't know about that. They probably didn't. No, well, we're talking about something. Fritz and I are talking about something in the background. You can't hear her, so you don't know what she said. And when you hear my comments, they sound sort of silly. Did you mention anything? Oh, the fish on the. Oh no, we covered the fish. The fish. Got an aluminum boat, Bob, 14 feet. No, I'm just considering buying a 15 horsepower motor here for sticking on the back of it. I can get another one. I can get a 10. For nothing. This is why we go overseas to live, because I can get a 10 for nothing, or I can buy a 15. Naturally, I don't get the 10 to keep. No, it's a borrow from special services. But even so, I can get a 10 for nothing, or I can buy a 15. And naturally, I'm so loaded with money that I'm going to buy I think I'm going to buy the 15. This sounds ridiculous. I think we'll erase this part of it, huh? What? Yeah, the boat secondhand for $75. Like I say, I think we ought to erase that part. It doesn't even sound sensible. But go ahead, here.
Well, he's been going out this little island down below the mountain we're on that is inside a reef, and we've got the boat down there. The local fishermen look after it. And he's been going out fishing. Of course, all summer long when it was as smooth as glass and hotter than heck, we didn't have a boat. And then when the weather got good, he went down to Manila and was gone for 6 weeks. And now it's sort of rough out there and a little bit cool and hasn't caught many fish, but next summer it should be pretty good to go out and cruise around. There are a lot of little islands inside the reef that are interesting to get out and look over. And gee, I've got a shell collection that won't quit. And it'll be a lot of fun to go out, and a lot of the fellows around here are interested in going. They've been going out with him. The priest up here for dinner the other night, and he told us that the chaplain at the native convent in the village just below us is an avid fisherman, Father Kevin, and so he said to ask him out fishing someday, and he'd be beating a track to our door, and we wouldn't be able to get rid of him. He likes to fish, so I guess we'll probably ask him out fishing one of these days. So we're getting to the end of the tape, so I guess that's all for this time. We'll think of some more and send another one on pretty soon. This is as soon as we get one back, Paul said. Well, you can erase this one that we send, or one of the, without we sending 2 of them, you can erase both of them and send them back. then we'll send it again. And we'll have to make another one for Paul's folks.
Sure, erase these and use them at your convenience. The first one, like I said, is just the kids, and that's a lot of blurb, and this one here is even worse. So at any time, just re-record over that. I really hope you're not saving these things. And if you are, incidentally, I'm pretty sure I can get you some old stuff and send along, but I'd just as soon you use these things and re-record on them and send them on back. And then we'll do the same to you. But that 7-inch job that you just sent, that we just listened to, we're going to hang on to that for a little bit, as you suggested. Here's Fritz.
Say goodbye. Well, say goodbye. We'll see you, and you owe me a letter now, but I'll write again. I guess I've told you all the news in this one that's happened lately, just about the Halloween party, and that's it. Paul says, hurry up, here it is at the end. Goodbye. We'll see you.